Livestream und hier vor Ort in Wacken. Ich entschuldige mich an dieser Stelle schon mal für meine stimmlichen Probleme. Die letzten Tage waren hart, aber das hilft ja nichts, denn wir haben Highlights heute hier am Start für euch. Und jetzt haben wir die Überstars des Melodic Deaths schlechthin. Ich bin stolz, dass wir hier heute, trotz eines pickepacke vollgepackten Terminkalenders, am Showtag in Wacken keine geringeren als Arch Enemy begrüßen dürfen. Please welcome Alyssa White Glues and Michael Amott. Give a warm applause and welcome.
All right.
Thank you guys so much for swinging by. Once again, my apologies for my voice. Can't help it. But
You got the Wacken voice.
a Wacken voice, yes, after a couple of days indeed. Let me jump right straight into it. How much of a relief is it to be along with real people, a real festival, like this whole situation after these dragging 2.5 years?
It's fucking awesome.
Awesome.
That's it.
That's
It's just
it.
great.
You guys already played a full tour along Behemoth in Northern America, and that was probably something special to start with, but is it even more special returning to Europe, playing festivals over the summer in Europe? Is it a big personal relief for you to experience all this again?
Yeah, I mean, we love doing festivals. For me personally, festivals are my favorite because we get to reach a huge audience and we're outside and it's always a nice big stage. So this is actually going to be the first festival that we play since 2019. So I think it's a good one to start with and we're very excited for tonight.
Totally. I agree. Where had you guys been when the shit hit the fan?
Well, we actually had some time off, so we were at home. We were not impacted by the outbreak, the initial outbreak, like a lot of our colleagues were.
Yeah, we weren't on tour at that point, at least.
Yeah.
But me personally, I was in New York when everything shut down, so I rushed back. Yeah.
I heard that came with some issues to make it back to Canada back then when you...
Yeah, I mean, everything just shut down so suddenly, but hopefully that's in the past now, so...
Yeah, better. But as a multinational band, US member, Canadian member, Swedish guys, it must have been hard for you to organize the band in a lockdown situation and to even songwrite and record a new album. How did that go?
Yeah, I mean, we were able to at least get some ideas sent back and forth. Luckily, I have a home studio that I built. Jeff has a home studio he built. Daniel's got a studio set up. So we're quite self-sufficient when it comes to that kind of songwriting. But we also really like to feed off each other's energy and actually be together to make the songs happen. So luckily, Michael and I were able to get together for quite a few weeks to work like in tandem together on the songs before entering the studio, and we did that in Germany actually.
All right. The new album is called Deceivers, and it will be released in less than a week, next Friday. Are you guys excited about it?
Yes.
Very
Are you excited?
yeah.
Are you excited? Woo!
Alyssa, the album is the third one with you that you're fronting the band. It must have been quite some ride for you from where you were back then to superstardom where you guys are at right now. How did you experience that?
I mean, it's actually not something we really think about. As a band, I think this is probably true for most bands, but we really compare ourselves to who we were yesterday. So every show we do, we want it to be better than the last one. Every song we write, we want it to be better than the last one. But that's where it ends, We're very focused on what we do. And so for us, we're always just focusing on making the best music possible and hoping that the fans enjoy it as much as we do. And so far, that is what's been going on. So we're just, continuing forward full momentum.
Did you, over the past 8 to 9 years, ever have the time or leisure to reflect this ride that you were on?
To be perfectly honest, it happens every once in a while that I'm in the middle of doing a set and I turn around and I'm like, oh shit, that's Daniel on the drum. Oh shit, that's Michael on stage. There's Jeff, there's Charlie. Sometimes it happens. I look around and I'm like, oh my God, I'm on stage with these legends. It's amazing. So it's, every once in a while it still hits me. I look behind and I see the Arch Enemy banner and I'm just extremely honored and happy to be contributing to this music.
Yeah, I understand. Fast forward 2022, Arch Enemy are amongst the hottest bands in the circus and released one of the most anticipated albums of the year, Deceivers. What can fans expect? Any surprises?
I mean, the album is a pure Arch Enemy album. It has all the trademarks that, of the band that the fans love, I think that we love to make. But it's also got some, I guess, surprises. There's been a natural evolution. It's been 5 years since the last album, so naturally it's not going to be exactly like Will to Power. It's going to be a little bit different, but it's all good. I think, I'm not going to say what the surprises are,
Okay.
But we do have a surprise for tonight as well.
Well, that's true, yeah.
Yeah, for our set tonight. You'll find out when we play.
Who are the Deceivers in the album?
It's you.
Me?
Yeah.
It's about you.
I'm cheating you with my voice, I know, but that's about it. But other than that, Alisa, as for other topics that you deal with, you always had been an animal friend, an animal rescuer, and you had been a lifelong vegetarian and a decade-long vegan. Now, and you also live straight edge, right?
Yes.
That is no alcohol, no drugs, no smoking.
Yes.
How hard is it for you often to get along in this never-ending party called rock and roll with, I have to admit, a lot of superficial things everywhere?
It's super easy, actually, because I still party. I just don't intoxicate myself when I do it. But if other people want to do that, that's their choice. It's up to them. Smoking, I'd like them to stay away because I don't want to breathe that in. But otherwise, it's really, really easy, actually.
Okay.
It's not even something that I think about. And actually, we have in our tour bus, in our band and crew, I'm not the only sober one. And I'm not the only vegan either. So I'm surrounded by a lot of different kinds of people, and we all get along beautifully.
All right.
Yeah.
Are you also engaged in some help organizations?
I'm sorry?
Are you also engaged in some help organizations?
Like charities?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's quite a few charities that we support. There's some that I support every month. There's one called Trees for the Future, which is an organization that helps to plant forest gardens in sub-Saharan Africa to give impoverished families a source of food and a way to earn income, as well as restoring the soil and creating forests for better air quality. There's multiple animal sanctuaries that I support. One is called Rancho Relaxo, one is called Friends Not Food. They're both based in the United States. And just in general, we try to do as much as we can for causes that mean a lot to us. And I think we have actually a great fan base for that too, because we seem to have very passionate and dedicated fans. So I'm always happy to see you guys supporting us with that too.
Great. Definitely, it's a fragile world, but luckily there's good people around here, and there's new good music to look forward to. Deceivers will be out next week. I would love to give the audience the opportunity to raise some questions, if there are any. My dear colleague Sebastian in the back has a microphone, so raise your hands if there are any questions. There is a question over here, Sebastian. Oh, one second, there's a microphone coming, sorry.
Hello? Yes, it's when you come at 2017 at Leeuwarden Into the Grave, how much you like the city of Leeuwarden?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. I didn't hear.
Can you please repeat?
When you come at 2017 in Leeuwarden at the Into the Grave Festival in Leeuwarden?
Into the Grave Festival.
And how much you like the city of Leeuwarden?
It's great.
Yeah, amazing. Well, we love festivals, yeah.
So much for community PR. There's a question over here and one in the back. Maybe you start with them in the back, yep, Sebastian. There's one in the back. Maybe that's easier to start with, and then we go ahead with you.
That's why we got so many people.
Yeah, hi. Is there any chance to see us sometimes in Switzerland?
Where?
In Switzerland.
Can you
yeah.
please lift it up a bit? Thank you.
Is there a tour going?
Yes, we're playing Zurich. You said Switzerland, right?
Yes.
We're playing Zurich for sure.
Yeah, this fall we'll be playing there.
Arch
Yeah.
Enemy,
Yeah.
Behemoth, Carcass.
All right, we have a question over here in the front. One sec. The mic will be with you in a second. Sebastian's right in the front row.
One question. First of all, I love you, Alyssa.
Thank you. I love you too.
You're my hero. I'm very nervous right now. And my question is, how does your warm-up routine work?
Yeah, that's a great question. I generally do about an hour of warming up before each show, and I start that about an hour and a half before the set, so that I'm done 30 minutes before the set, so that gives me enough time to stabilize, hang out with the guys, get all of us pumped up and ready for the show. And it's a very slow build in the warm-up. So I start off very light, very gradual, and then I build up to show level. And I've actually already done that today because we actually did a sound check earlier this morning. And so I warmed up once already, and I'm going to do it again later.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Can I jump in with one question? I do work with quite a lot of artists, and I worked with an artist, and I can even name him. I think it's Gavin Rossdale of Bush, and he told me when we wanted to do radio visits and another show at night, he said he couldn't do it because it doesn't really matter. Once you warm up your voice, it's done. So you can do it multiple times a day, because Gavin seemed to not want to do it.
No, he's right, but I made an exception for Wacken.
Yeah, okay. So Wacken is very special, of course. Other questions? Okay.
Have you? Hello. Okay. Have you been watching any other bands play?
No, not today.
We actually just got here. We weren't here before, so we just got here. We did our sound check and we went directly into interviews. So we haven't had an opportunity.
Are you gonna watch any other bands?
Well, we're still going to be in interviews, and then we're going to be on stage, and then we have to leave. But there's so many that I would love to see. So I mean, we get to hear them a little bit here and there. That's basically all we get.
So much for the glamour.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's better to be in the audience than to be in the band. So.
Yeah.
So, hello. From a singer to a singer, what's your favorite vocal warm-up?
I think probably lip trills, just or like rolling an R, like just rolling, because it kind of actually creates a vibration that allows a little bit of a self-massage of the throat. And you can do it when you're cold, and you can also do it as a cool down after you've already been warmed up. So I think that's probably my favorite. Yeah.
Thank you.
Sebastian, over there it's 2 or 3 questions, and then there's 2 over here in the front, and then we need probably to wrap it up.
Hi, I would ask if it's possible to take a picture together.
I'm afraid, can I jump in? I think that won't work. I think it's too many people, and we have the band has a very tight schedule, I'm afraid, so bear with us, sorry.
Take pictures now, though,
Yeah.
you know, and and tag us, and we'll see you.
Oh, I thought it was more than that, just that one question. There's one over here also.
Jag vill bara säga att vi är från Sverige här och vi supportar er jävligt mycket, ska ni veta. Ja. Och vi
Trevligt.
typ längtar att ni ska spela sen. Så
I Sverige?
I Sverige.
Ja, precis.
Och här. Det är jättemånga svenskar.
Ja, vad härligt. Sweden's in the house. Yeah.
All right, Sweden's in the house.
Ja, för fan. Vi ska ju spela i Sverige i höst, va? Göteborg och Stockholm. Looking forward to playing Sweden again. It's been a while since I've been there, so.
Yeah, in the fall, right? Yeah.
Gothenburg and Stockholm.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hello, I got the album Covered in Blood with me, and I wanted to ask you, I think this were your influences, or a part of your influences. Are there any favorite songs on it that you like very specially? And maybe if you're so kind to sign it later to me.
So you're asking what our favorite songs are from Deceivers? From Covered in Blood?
Oh, right, it's from the covers on. Yeah, I mean, I think everything that we covered is kind of stuff that we like, you know, or at least somebody in the band likes it. That's why we cover it. If we don't sometimes you get asked to cover a specific band, you know, for a tribute album or something like that, right? But on that one, I really we did a cover of Mike Oldfield's Shadow on the Wall. I like that one. It's a little bit different for us.
I like that one. I really like City Baby, Attacked by Rats.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
we
really
did some
like
punk songs that were fun, because it's so different
Shout.
to what we normally do with Arch Enemy, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout was cool too.
Thank you.
I think we got one last question, and then I'm afraid we need to wrap it up.
Okay. Better be a good one.
No pressure.
It may be, yeah.
It's going to be the one that's like...
First, every Arch Enemy single is released, it feels like a birthday for me. So, but I have one question. The video from The Eye of the Storm, the video looks very impressive, and I just want to know how much effort goes in such a video. It is amazing. So, and I'm trying to do some video stuff, and this is, whoa. So how long have you to do all that?
But you know, that video was, you know, like that was the first one that we use a lot of CGI, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, all the other videos we've done have not been really a lot of CGI, but that one was like pure CGI, and you know, we can't really take any credit for that, you know. It's really down to the video team, you know, the people that worked on it.
It's a lot of just like specific planning, you know, so really like knowing what the end result will be, setting up your lighting so it'll match the lighting of the CGI that you plan to put in, having your focus points set up on your green screen. It's a lot of planning and a lot of trusting the process, because so much of it is done in post. Whereas, for example, like Sunset Over the Empire, it looks like there's a lot of CGI there, but there actually isn't. We were actually in this gigantic cathedral with these huge video walls, and you know, so it's just like a different way of doing things. Yeah, gives for a different feel.
But it did turn out great. I like that video too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. I'm afraid we need to cut it short here. The band has a super tight schedule and needs to run. It's not just because of my voice.
It's your voice. It's his
I'm running
voice.
out of voice. But I would love to take the chance thanking Elisa and Michael so much for taking the time and swinging by. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for being so kind and asking all these questions.
Yeah, thank you for
being
us.
here. Thank you for having us. Thanks
Thank
for
you
coming.
guys for coming.
And tonight, 8:45 on the fastest stage.
Yes.
Be there, don't miss.
Please be there.
Arch Enemy. Give it up for Arch Enemy once more. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can we do one?